very good evening, viewers. You're watching Republic TV and I'm Deepak Suresh Kumar. This is Across the Republic, your one-stop destination for all the stories from the length and breadth of the nation. But first, let's get you the headlines. With 10 days to go for the big Lok Sabha mandate, voting ensued today across the country. Fate of 889 candidates sealed. West Bengal maintains highest voter turnout. Poll unrest trend continues in West Bengal as violence erupts in Jhargram, Medinipur and Tamluk constituencies. BJP and TMC trade blame over assault on netas. Voting en masse remains underway in Anantnag Rajouri as people freely exercise their democratic right. Meanwhile, PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti alleged that her party workers were being harassed and detained. Hours after Republic expose on Blame the Driver plot, Superbrats mafia-linked grandfather arrested. Now police demand 7-day custody.
ड्राइवर पे को आमिष शुरुआत में रात में दिखाया गया था कि उसको बख्शीश दी जाएगी, उसको रिवॉर्ड किया जाएगा, उसको पैसे दिए जाएंगे। इस तरह की उसको दबाव टेलीफोनिकली लोगों ने आके इसको दिया था।
Republic expose forces Pune. Top cops admission says there was an attempt to threaten and bribe the driver. Midnight showdown in Karnataka's Udupi as two gangs face off against each other. While two people have been arrested, BJP trains guns at Siddaramaiah government over the deteriorating law and order in the state. Viewers, 7 states, 1 union territory, 885 candidates in the fray, and all their fate has been sealed today because today is the penultimate bout before the final phase 7 of the Lok Sabha elections. Here's the report on what happened on ground zero.
I encourage all our people to exercise their democratic franchise and to vote.
हमारी तरफ से एक ही स्लोगन गया था, पहले मतदान फिर जलपान, और लोग वैसा ही कर रहे हैं। मैं सबके सामने नतमस्तक हूं।
लोकतंत्र की मजबूती के लिए, विकसित भारत के लिए हर देशवासी अपने मत का प्रयोग करे।
ये जो वोट है ना, देश हित के लिए है। आज हर व्यक्ति देश हित में जा रहा है वोट करने, राष्ट्र हित में।
With just 10 days to go for the big mandate on June 4th, the election battle has reached the penultimate bout.
This is the festival of democracy, celebration of the rights of the sovereignty of the people of India.
In phase 6 of the Lok Sabha polls, the fate of 889 candidates have been sealed.
सभी लोग घर से बाहर निकलकर सबसे पहले मतदान करें, उसके बाद जलपान करें।
From Anantnag Rajouri in Jammu and Kashmir to the national capital and from Haryana to Jharkhand, voting ensued across states and union territories in India. From Jammu and Kashmir record voter turnouts to poll debuts, the mood across India in phase 6 has been euphoric. Republic's army of reporters are on ground zero.
That's right. I'm currently here at the President's estate, and as per the visuals in my frame, you can see President Draupadi Murmu. She has just casted her vote, and she is now leaving from this particular venue at the Dr. Rajendra Prasad Government Kendra Vidyalaya School here at the President estate itself. And we are getting all the live visuals coming in at this point in time. We know how the President had in fact gone ahead, and she did campaign for the Election Commission, and she urged the people to come out and vote in large number, and she said that this is indeed a festival of democracy which all the people must celebrate.
Opposition is using reservation as a part of their political campaign. How do you look at that?
First of all, the opposition, being an opposition, needs to become a responsible opposition. They need to become mature about these things. They've tried to create several false narratives, and these I call self-goals, because a narrative, when it is false, does not get traction from inside. So whether it's reservation, whether it's redistribution of wealth, or it is something else, you know, when you see the results on 4th of June, you will immediately make out that these were silly attempts at creating false narratives. And I think we responded to them. As far as we are concerned, we are fighting this election on the solid performance of the Modi government in the last 10 years. There the figures speak for themselves.
Will it be 400 par?
Absolutely will be.
ये आप तो सुबह सुबह पहुंच गई वोट करने के लिए, एक बार वो स्याही पे दिखा दीजिए, ये नजर का टीका है।
और आज आप भारत के भाग्य का आप फैसला कर रहे हैं, तो आइए एक सशक्त राष्ट्र के लिए वोट करिए, एक विकसित भारत के लिए वोट करिए, प्रगति के लिए वोट करिए।
हम लोग जो हैं अभी वोट किए हैं, तो आप देख रहे हैं कि मैं इस बूथ में फर्स्ट मेल वोटर हूँ। अब ये मतदान जो होता है, हम चाहते हैं कि भारी संख्या में आज वोट पड़े, क्योंकि ये देश के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा निर्णय का समय है, और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि देश जो है, दिल्ली के वोटर भी विकसित भारत और मोदी सरकार को एक बार और वोट देंगे।
भी अपने घर से निकल पड़े हैं, और आज जो कभी वोट नहीं किया वो भी वोट करने निकल रहा है। मैं पूरे क्षेत्र से रात के 2-2:30 बजे लौट करके आया हूँ। गलियों में लोग ऐसे रात से बैठे, बोले सोएंगे नहीं, अब सोएंगे 10 बजे। मैंने जो लोग रात में कि सुबह 7 बजे मतदान करके तो जाएंगे, घर घर से निकालेंगे, लोग ई रिक्शा लगा रहे हैं खुद से। कमाल का वातावरण है, और मैं ऐसे देश हित के भाव को प्रणाम करता हूं।
कन्हैया कुमार आपके ओपोजिशन में खड़ा है, किस तरीके से चुनौती भरा देखते हैं उसको?
कन्हैया कुमार का खड़ा होना ही कांग्रेस और आम आदमी पार्टी का वो अंतिम अध्याय लिखने जा रही है जनता।
Specifically the Labharthi scheme, the ration scheme, and an interesting quote I got this morning when I asked a woman voter that what is the issue that you are voting for, and she openly said in Hindi, noon roti khayenge, Modi ko jitayenge, meaning thereby I will eat salt and chapati and vote for Modi. That is the kind of momentum Modi has gained, and Modi has become a big brand in the sense that he is breaking the caste barrier. In a caste-ridden society like India, if you go anywhere, the part you belong to, Niranjan, Karnataka, is also caste-ridden. Western India is caste-ridden. North India, Eastern Belt, everywhere you see the caste. But development along with the caste has become a big factor, and Modi has broken the caste barrier.
With 85% of the voting procedure set to be completed today, the stage is set for D-Day. Tune in to Republic TV on June 4th to decode the election results with Arnab.
Viewers, another face, but same template. Violence continues to mar the polling process in Mamta's West Bengal. Today as well, 3 to 4 regions witnessed sporadic violence, and it was nothing but another episode of violence unfolding during the polling process. And what is very common during all the election process is the clash between BJP and TMC workers, sloganeering against each other. And today as well was no different compared to other phases. Here's a report.
विवाद 2 दिन से बढ़ता जा रहा है। 3 to 4 regions witnessed sporadic violence, and it was nothing but another episode of violence unfolding during the polling process. And what is very common during all the election process is the clash between BJP and TMC workers, sloganeering against each other. And today as well was no different compared to other phases. Here's a report.
another phase of elections, but the same template in West Bengal. It seems like polls and violence are synonymous in Mamata Banerjee's state. Even as polling for Phase 6 of the Lok Sabha elections is underway, clashes continue unabated in West Bengal. Last night, massive clashes took place between BJP and TMC in the Moina district of the Tamluk constituency. A woman BJP worker was allegedly beaten up by TMC workers. The TMC also charges that 40 to 50 miscreants ransacked their local office and injured a party activist. A day before the Tamluk constituency was to go to polls, another TMC worker was killed in Mohishadol. The BJP has denied any wrongdoing. And today, voters were obstructed from casting their votes in the Bishnupur constituency. The local women were enraged against the TMC.
আমাদের আটকে দিচ্ছে আমার স্বামীর দিকে না আসতে দেয় না স্বামীকে আর ছেলেকে
কেন আটকে দিচ্ছে
বলতে তোমাদের ভোট হয়ে গেছে
মারুক বলছে
হ্যাঁ
বলুক মারুক
হ্যাঁ বলতে তোমরা যাও তোমার স্বামীরা তোমার ছেলের ভোট হয়ে গেছে
মানে ভোট দিতে দিচ্ছে না
হ্যাঁ স্বামীর দিকে দিতে দেয় না কেন কি করে জানবো
In Mednipur, BJP Lok Sabha candidate Agnimitra Paul's convoy was stopped by the police. TMC workers staged a sit-in protest in front of her car. This, while BJP candidate from Ghatal, actor Hiran Chatterjee, was obstructed, leading to a fierce altercation. And if this has not been enough, BJP's Jhargram candidate Dr. Pranat Tudu's car was vandalized. His security was attacked and he was injured. Mamata's state continues to witness disruptions in the electoral process in every phase. The big question is, can the state provide a safe haven for voters to freely exercise their democratic right or not?
Viewers, there was a time in Jammu and Kashmir when while the entire nation celebrated the festival of democracy, Jammu and Kashmir would go back inside their homes. The people would go back into their homes fearing for their lives because secessionists would issue death threats to people of Jammu and Kashmir, especially during the electoral process. But this time, there is winds of change in the valley. People turned out in huge numbers to exercise their right to vote. And here's what we're talking about.
From staying away from elections. To being a part of the democratic process. There is a paradigm shift in Kashmir's voting pattern. Polling day was the one to stay indoors, as casting a vote and getting finger inked could mean playing with one's life. But now, everything has changed. The colors of Naya Kashmir are on display. People are coming out to vote in the valley. As the 6th phase of Lok Sabha elections kicked off, polling ensued in the Anantnag seat of Jammu and Kashmir.
There is an argument that is going on between the Jammu and Kashmir administration and Mufti here because she has staged a protest. She's on road demanding the workers should be released. Though there is some consultation that is going on between the PDP and the administration here. Let's see whether the workers will be released or not and how the day pans out. Overall, we are seeing the people coming out to cast their vote and to be part of the democratic process on ground.
If you see, the main contest is between the National Conference and PDP. Undoubtedly, it is. On the one side, it is Mehbooba Mufti, the chief of the PDP, who has gone for the emotions of the people. She has said that she will be fighting for the emotions, she will be fighting for the rights of the people.
However, soon after the polling process began, PDP President Mehbooba Mufti staged a protest alleging that PDP polling agents and workers were being detained without justification.
जो बिजवाड़ा में हमारे तकरीबन 6 लोग बंद हैं, उनको छोड़ दिया जाए और उनको नाखस इतने घंटे इलीगल डिटेंशन में रखा गया और अभी उनको छोड़ दिया गया है, जो मुझे बताया गया है। इसलिए मैं आई यहाँ वोट कास्ट करने के लिए। मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ एलजी साहब से कि हमें उम्मीद थी कि आप वाजपेयी जी की पार्टी से ताल्लुक़ रखते हैं। उस वाजपेयी ने जिसने 2002 में यहाँ फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शन कराने का वादा किया और उसके बाद लोगों का भरोसा आ गया इलेक्शन प्रोसेस पे। पर आपने कल रात से जो यहाँ आपने माहौल बनाया हुआ, जो पीडीपी के लिए लोगों की पकड़ दकड़ आपने चालू की है, जिस तरह उनको थानों में बंद किया जाता है, जिस तरह मशीनें कई जगह ख़राब हो रही हैं, जिस तरह स्लो पोलिंग की जा रही है, इसका मतलब है कि आप 87 की तरह इलेक्शन की रिगिंग की तैयारी कर रहे हैं।
Mufti expressed concerns about efforts to tamper with EVMs. Security was beefed up while the PDP chief continued to charge that her workers were being harassed. But even as high drama unfolded, the people of Anantnag Rajouri really exercised their right to vote.
This time, this is altogether a different seat. Your previous alliance partner, PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti, is also in fray, but BJP is not. Behind you is the line of control. What will be the message?
See, this is the festival of our democracy. We have witnessed a huge turnout in Srinagar Parliament seat, and then there was a bumper voting in North Kashmir, Baramulla Parliament seat, and today, since morning, we are here and we witness long queues and people are coming out of their houses for voting. I do hope that in Anantnag Rajouri Parliament seat, it will be a new record. Earlier, there was very low turnout remains in the past, but people now have full faith in our democracy and people are coming out in large number to cast their vote to elect their government.
This is the father of active terrorist Junaid Reshi, who cast his vote in Bemnipora village of the Shopian district. With historic numbers recorded in the valley in every phase, the message is very clear: ballot over bullet.
Viewers, let's now shift our focus down south to Karnataka because the NDA versus Congress has reached an all-new flashpoint, and this is in Udupi because on May 18th, dramatic footage has emerged and the police have also arrested 2 people because what happened on May 18th is a gang war, an all-out war between 6 people of the same gang. 2 cars collided, 6 people got out. They even tried to run over one another, but the long hands of the law has finally caught up to them. Several of them are absconding and the police have assured action, but the BJP claims that there is a collapse of law and order in Karnataka under the Congress rule. Here's the report.
First, one car ramps into another. Within moments after the collision, one gangster each from either of the cars get down and charge at each other. That's not all. The white car reverses again, inches away from the other party, and mows down another member. This isn't a scene straight out of a movie. This is a midnight gang war in Karnataka's Udupi district. 6 men, 2 cars, gang war on the streets. And what's startling is the fact that both the groups belong to the same gang. Caught on camera, the 2 warring men are seen attacking each other on the road. The gangsters attacked each other with no fear of the law. The incident that has come to light happened late on the night of May 18th. So far, cops have arrested 2 people based on the video, and a case has been also registered.
ಉಡುಪಿ ಟೌನ್ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ವ್ಯಾಪ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವಾರದ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಒಂದೇ ಗ್ಯಾಂಗ್ನ 2 ಗುಂಪುಗಳು ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಿರುವ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಈಗ ವೈರಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇದರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಮೇ 20ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಉಡುಪಿ ಟೌನ್ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಕರಣ ದಾಖಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಪ್ರಕರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ 2 ಆರೋಪಿಗಳು ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೃತ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಬಳಸಿದ್ದ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಿಫ್ಟ್ ಕಾರು, 2 ಟೂ ವೀಲರ್ಸು ಮತ್ತು ಚಾಕು ಮತ್ತು ತಲ್ವಾರ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಸೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಉಳಿದ ಆರೋಪಿಗಳು ಪರಾರಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರನ್ನು ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗನೆ ಪತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಅವರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಾನೂನು ಕ್ರಮ ಜರುಗಿಸಲಾಗುವುದು.
The BJP claimed that there was a complete collapse in law and order in the state under Siddaramaia's Congress.
Since the Congress party has come to the power in the state of Karnataka, the law and order has completely gone haywire. Complete lawlessness. And nothing is in control. And law and order is completely out of control. And the Congress government has completely become helpless. And they are also responsible for this law and order being out of control, because they are also a party, because they have been interfering with regard to the transfers. They are not having a clarity. They are into appeasement politics. They are into divisive politics. They are part and parcel of the situation what is happening in the state of Karnataka. Be the killing of Hindu activists, or the women, girls been murdered, butchered, assaulted, raped, dakaiti, and now the gang wars.
Meanwhile, the Karnataka Home Minister G. Parameshwara jumped in to defend his party. He claimed that the Congress party hasn't given a free hand to any anti-social elements and assured that the Karnataka State Police is doing everything in its capacity to avert such incidents.
ಈಗ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರು ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಅವರನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದು ಅವರಿಗೇನು ಕಾನೂನು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನೇನು ನಾವು ಸ್ಲೋ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗಲಿ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸೋದಾಗಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
So far, the cops have seized a car, 2 wheelers and a knife. 2 people have been arrested and the other accused are absconding. The cops have assured that the others will also be arrested soon.
Well, viewers, that's all we could pack for you in today's edition of Across the Republic.